Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Giants at 6 and 9 to start play. They've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Now Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd and very short, Jones got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Throwing, Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Fields now to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
After the sack on 1st down, Fields 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was,
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And take it right on the 30. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Now on 2nd and 16, Fields. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now it's Fields. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run with Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Fields. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 13-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And his throw here's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. throwing on first down. Jones. Once again, he finds Slayton. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan. Touchdown, Giants. Robert Tonyan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. On play action, Fields. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeaux. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields under pressure, and they got to him again. Xavier McKinney, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. On 1st and 10, Jones. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Deontay Hardy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A final shot before the break. Fields. This is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Off play action, Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. They find some open field here. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Play action. It's Fields. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Claypool with another catch. Touchdown Bears! Chase Claypool, 31 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The give to the fullback. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now Jones. Hardy's got it on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second and 10, Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. And that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run the counter. It's Hawkins. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd and 7, Jones. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Throwing, Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
From his own end zone, Fields. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown of the night. Tyler Bass now for the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off play action. Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
To throw from his end zone, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw is Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Fields. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running the jet sweep with Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Fields. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
4th down. Fields has to have this one. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The throw over the middle, taken in. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Waller. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's Jones to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that, not at all what they were hoping for. He does stop the clock, but it eats up precious time and winds up losing yardage. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And one last throw here for Fields. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective.